Okay, now we get to decide what we want to do. Doing this on Talisker fucking sucks, by the way. Hey everyone, welcome back to more Flesh and Bad. So today I wanted to go over my Oscilio list that I've been working on. This is kind of a hybrid mishmash of a lot of different ideas that I've been getting from different kind of Oscilio players. So I've been looking a lot at like Majabe's list, Yuto's list, a couple other like Cheerios kind of lists, and this is kind of the version that I've liked the most. So we'll go ahead and kind of get into some of my choices here. Uh, to first kind of like understand, so whenever I'm doing deck building, I first try to pull out kind of the core cards that are pretty much in almost every deck. So these are, I think, the mostly agreed upon cards. Again, you might see some trimmings on like somersaults or like lightning presses or whatever, but I think pretty much all these cards show up in various Cecilia lists. And you'll notice that there's not actually like a ton of overlap. So I think most people agree on like Sigil Brilliance, Mind Warp being very, very strong. Etching's obviously very good. Gauntlet Flash, like, the known suspects. But a lot of these like secondary cards are still up for debate. Um, but I'll kind of go over some of my choices here. So basically, I'm trying to maximize the lightning count as high as possible. So we're playing cards like Weave Lightning, which is lightning action, Current Funnel, which is a blue lightning card. Also, kind of synergizes a little bit with like Spindles for pitching, so you can keep like CLV around for multiple turns. High Voltage, I think, is just very, very good. Zero cost lightning instant. Basically, our whole kind of, at least my version of the deck, I am trying to maximize the lightning count as high as possible. And if you look at kind of our talents, let me see if I can pull that up. Class of talents. So we are running 42 lightning cards. So pretty high lightning count. So again, we're just Oscilio is mostly about maximizing your Volzar value. So the goal of this deck is to basically get as much Volzar value as possible every single game. That's also kind of why I decided on Comet Storm Shock. So this card kind of sucks, but having access to you can either basically, like, you have to kind of think of this card almost as like it's either 5 arcane damage or you can discard and get a new card. I pretty much almost never play the shock part of it unless I have like a very, very strange hand. But again, like, it is possible to like kill your opponents with shock and stuff like that. But yeah, this is kind of a list I've been rocking lately. I kind of like a lot of like just kind of the amount of lightning we're running here. And then sideboard, again, I'm also on Crown. I didn't really talk about this, but I think it's a little bit better than Flash of Brilliance, at least in my experience. Just having an extra block is very good, and being able to save your arsenal in Oscilio can win you some games. Because CNC is very, very scary for this deck because we don't have a lot of good blocking value. What else to talk about? So sideboard, I have Scours for like Rune Blades, Sink Belows, and Snags for kind of like new and other kind of disruptive heroes. And E-Strikes, I think, are also for like disruptive heroes like Azalea, Victor, or whatever. And then I'm also running Blossom of Strength for more aggressive matchups, Shock Charmers for various wizards, and then Bounce as well for like brutes and stuff. But that's kind of the core idea of the deck. I've been liking this kind of list that I've kind of slapped together. I've been kind of iterating on this list a little bit. I think I started off with this like list from Majin Bay, so this is like pretty close to what I have. Again, I cut down on like some of the like the sizzle and like electrostatic discharge and E-strikes and stuff. Like, I put those in the board, I think. I'm also not like a huge fan of glyph over. Like, I don't know, this card's very clunky. Yeah, but that's what I've been kind of playing with so far. So we'll go ahead and get into some games. All right, looks like we got a Verdance. I will just go first, just so we can set up our sigils ideally, and then I think we just want Crown, and then I think we do want Shock Charmers for Verdance. Just helps you kind of cover some of their rampant growth shenanigans. Yep, this looks good. Yeah, I don't think we really need E-Strike or Sink into them. Okay, what do we have to start out? So we have. Can Mind Warp them? They are on AB3, so it's a little bit less good. Maybe filtering Lightning Press here is kind of okay. I don't really want to give, like, I don't really want to attack into them necessarily because I don't want to feel their graveyard. I think discarding press just to see if we can find like a sigil or something seems reasonable to me. Um, can you cast this card without a chain link? It's a good question. I don't think we need to find out though. I think our turn is just gonna be high voltage, Volzar, Mind Warp. Nah, I think we just pass here, honestly. I think we'll park the Blast in Arsenal, probably. Okay. Interesting. Okay, pitching a Mind Warp. So we know they have a Pulsing Aether Life in their hand. It might be okay to AB some of this. Because our turn isn't like incredible next turn. We can not really do a whole lot here. We can play high voltage to double pump with Volzar and then no, so that doesn't work. Because we need one extra because it's not discounted yet. So I think we'll pay. I think we'll pay with Mind Warp and then not pop the Shark Charmers. Because they showed us an arcane spell. Okay. So it looks like they're overpitching to CNC. I think it's okay. So we will just let them have this. Or I guess we could use Crown, but Crown's probably not terrible, honestly. Like with Plow Under and a lot of the other kind of disruptive effects, the Crown is pretty unlikely to get more value than this over the course of the game. So yeah, maybe we just use Crown here. Just kind of for value. We'll see what we draw. Okay, Gone in a Flash. Don't think that's good quite yet, but that's a pretty good Arsenal target. I kind of want to discard the Somersault here. Try to fish for like another playable. Okay, Surge is fine. What's the plan? I think we want to obviously Arsenal the Gone in the Flash because the card's just bonkers strong. Then what are we doing otherwise? Problem is we can't play high voltage and then also spindle, which is a little bit awkward. And we don't have go again on either of these, so it's a little bit unfortunate. Could also pitch the high voltage, but that doesn't really accomplish very much either. Maybe we'll just activate Volzar. I just want to kind of filter here. I guess it doesn't really matter if we pitch it to Spindle or do this, but just on Spindle. Kind of deny them a little bit of their graveyard. Do we want that? Not really with Gone in a Flash, so I'm kind of okay bottoming this. Like the Lightning Press, Gone in a Flash are kind of anti-synergistic, although it's like it's not the worst thing in the world, but I feel like we could do better. All right, and Sigil is exactly what we want, so slightly rewarded for that. Okay, Pulsing Aether. That's fine. So we're just gonna take this, not pop the charms. Yeah, this is fine. So what's our play this turn? Our play is Flittering. Oh, we don't have Sigil yet, so the Etchings is kind of mid. Oh, we probably should have played it on their turn, huh? Okay, that's a slight misplay. We could also discard it, actually. Is that the worst thing in the world? It does mean... Yeah, I feel like we should have played it. This deck's hard. So we could Sigil. So this is an action card, so this doesn't turn on Current Funnel. We could Flittering, Sigil, Current Funnel, Gone in a Flash, Arsenal the Etchings. Feels so bad to give up Gone on a Flash, though. Could also just send this for damage. Maybe that's the play. Or, whoops. We'll do Fluttering first. Maybe just sending this for damage is fine. Because holding on to Gone on a Flash is, like, very, very good, especially when you have Tunic Greaves up. Yep, so we'll Sigil now. But yeah, I think playing it there was on their turn was right, because that way we have the Sigil and Graveyard to set it up. We obviously could have discarded it there too, but I don't know. We could also like brick if we do that really bad. So I think we'll do Current Funnel here. And I guess we're just gonna send a vanilla damage etchings. This deck's very fun though. It feels like making a misplay every turn. It's very, very rare, I guess, in the game for that to happen. It feels like a lot of decks are just kind of super linear in what they do, and this deck it feels like you kind of almost always are like doing something wrong, which is really interesting. Okay, Command and Conquer is fine. So we probably are going to have to give up etchings in this, or see alternative here. It's not really a great alternative, honestly. Maybe giving up Gone on the Flash is fine. We can just hold on to Tunic. It's not the worst thing in the world. Right? Could also double block here, but then our next turn is also kind of mediocre. I think it's fine to give up the Arsenal. It's a little bit unfortunate that I had double Saint C this early. We will still keep a 5-card hand. Alright, so we will let this pop. Okay, we found another Gone on a Flash, which is pretty good. So what is... Okay, here's the question. Can we use like the Gone on a Flash Lightning Greaves this turn? So we do Gone on a Flash. I'm going to tell him I'm thinking real quick. So we do Gone on a Flash, Sigil of Lightning, bounce this. Using the Tunic, we get an action point back. Then we do Blast, Electromagnetic Somersault, gain another action. Make an embodiment, do Gone on a Flash, then finish on etchings. Is there a way to do this so that we get to end with Gone on a Flash in our arsenal and then we play out Sigil Brilliance? Is it even good to do that? God, this deck is so hard. I think we do maybe try to go for it here, but it's a little bit weak. Yeah, let's try it. So we'll start with Sigil of Lightning. Or actually, no, sorry, we already fucked up. We do Tunic. No, we're still fucking up. We do Gone on a Flash. Yes, we start with Gone on a Flash. And then we do the Tunic Lightning Greaves thing. So I'm trying to think. This is 8. Alright, so now we do Tunic. This feels quite weak. And then we need to make sure we pass reactions, but it's fine. So we'll pass reactions, deal the 1 damage. We Sigil. Turn Gone on a Flash. Get our action point back. Then we do Blast Somersault. Right? Or we can do Gone on a Flash, Somersault, but Somersault doesn't really do anything with Gone on a Flash. So maybe we do Blast. We make an embodiment. And then maybe we just put the Gone on a Flash in Arsenal. I don't know if that's right. Like, this card gets a lot worse. Okay, looks like they're just doing that. That's fine. So we'll pass to reactions. Do this. We need to do this during reactions, which is a thing I learned while I was playing the deck. So do this during reactions. We'll return the sigil lightning. Return blast. Do we want that? Sure. That's fine. Then we play... Oh, wait, this is actually good because now we get the embodiment. We do Gauntlet Flash Sigil. Yeah. Yes, I think this is good. I feel like there maybe was something better I could have done this turn, but this deck is so difficult. So we pass reactions. Then we bounce on the flash. That's good. Still, we have 2 action points. Now we play blast, and then we finish with an etchings, park the Gauntlet Flash in arsenal, and then we have a 6-card hand. Okay, I think I piloted this right. Again, I'm sure someone can tell me where I missed like 10 points of damage, but I think that was probably worth doing, honestly. All right, and then we pump Volzar for 7. Okay, this seems good to me. 10 damage etchings is really good. Then we get to sigil and then also Gauntlet Flash in arsenal. That seems really solid to me. They do have decompose up, so that's a little bit concerning. Okay, sigil is fine though, so no decompose yet. Oh, this hand's insane. Wait, what the fuck? Do we discard the sigil of conductivity though? We might just want this just to discount Volzar. Yeah, I'm fine with that for now. So we'll let the sigil resolve first. Then we'll do sigil lightning. So what's the play here? We got a flash, blink. We might even be pitching the sigil of conductivity just to Volzar do that. But we'll start with Gone in the Flash here. We're going to be making a lot of action points. Blink is so crazy in this deck. This is why I put it in the kind of core card slot. Blink is just so good. Alright, so we'll pass reactions. Alright, Sync Blow is fine. Does mean we don't get our second strike value yet, but that's okay. So they're covering it fully. We might as well just do it now. Turn to hand. Seems good. Also, I don't know why. It used to like take it off the chain, but maybe they changed that. So do Gauntlet Flash again. And then we'll still have 2 action points after this. So then we do, assuming we deal damage, we can do second strike. All right, so we dealt her 1 damage. Now we can blink. Well, this deck's so much fun. A lot of people have been asking. So my name is Aurora. A lot of people have been asking why I haven't been playing Aurora, and I feel like she's kind of like the KO of the set, which is a little bit rude, but she kind of is in terms of like her play complexity. It feels like, I don't know. It feels like there's not a ton there. But maybe I'm not a good enough Aurora player to play it. But this deck feels like the complexity is like through the roof. We'll just do Gauntlet Flash for value. I don't think we need a bounce here necessarily. And again, Aurora players can disagree. I just haven't had a ton of fun playing Aurora necessarily. I've tried her out a couple times, and it's just, I don't know. It just feels like so vanilla. Like this deck is like very complex in terms of like interactions and stuff like that. So I don't know, kind of like it a little bit more. Pump to Volzar, and then we'll send Spindle for 10. Seems pretty good. Okay, now we get to decide what we want to do. Doing this on Talisker fucking sucks, by the way. So we want... Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, we probably don't want Gone in a Flash. We do want CLV. I don't think we want Somersault. Get rid of Sigil's fine. We can do... So we can do these three. So what if we did? What if we bombed the Fry? We did these two. Oh no, actually. Oh god, I don't want to undo. Oh, that's terrible. Okay, I think I should have bombed the Fry because I didn't realize that that didn't have Gogan. So maybe we do. This isn't an action, is the problem. So we can't current funnel it. Although maybe they're just low enough where we can just kill them with the Comet Storm Shock. We won't have Tunic up though. We'll bottom Lightning Surge. We'll bottom this. And maybe just top the rust. I don't know. I think I fucked up on the bottoming there, but I don't want to just like undo because it's a nightmare to undo this on Talishar. My partner plays a lot of Kano, and Tegan was talking about how much of a nightmare it is to play with Spindle on Talishar, and I couldn't agree more after playing with this. Like, I don't think I did that right at all. Alright, E-Strike is fine, though. We do have to be a little bit cautious about, like, the Storm Strider's rampant growth thing, but we do have Shock Charmers, so we should be able to live that. Alright, we'll do Entwine. Using our Sigil, just to give the least amount of information. Entwine's not a lightning card, which I learned when I was building this deck originally, but I think it's still really good. Just 0 for 4 go, like pretty much always go again. Really good for forcing through CLV and stuff. Okay, and then do we want to just shock? So does shock Comet Storm kill? I think it does, right? Yeah, we just do both modes. Pitch, pitch. And then we let the shock half resolve first, so we get the Volzar. Okay, they do have the Sigil to cover it, so maybe a little bit of a punt there. We're only amping one. Oh, I didn't have Tunic. Whoopsie. Or I didn't have a... Yeah, that's a little bit of a punt for me. What was the right play there then? Probably not double pitch. It was probably Sigil. No, we can't play the Sigil though, is the problem. Maybe it's just send Spindle Arsenal to Comet Storm. Okay, that was a little bit of a punt for me, but hopefully we can pull something out here, although this hand is not incredibly conducive to that. Yeah, that was a really bad punt. Oh, that's gonna fucking suck. Yeah, this is an Oscilio hand if I've ever seen one. Yep, I messed up. Yeah. So I think we want to... We can't keep the CLV around, which is a little bit unfortunate. Oh, that was a really bad punt. I think if I spent a little bit more time opting there, like in a normal game, I think I would have been fine. But I didn't want to just like force my opponent to deal with me opting for like 10 minutes. This hand should get there, assuming they don't have something crazy. That could have easily like lost me the game though. I'm actually kind of surprised that, well, they could still lose me the game. They've been sitting on their arsenal for a very long time. Yeah, I think we gotta take it though. They can't surge it at least, or they're not they can't do that on their turn, so it's gotta be like double rampant and they don't have plume. So a little bit hopeful. Let's start with Entwine, I think. Show the Fry, since we're gonna play that anyways. Alright, we are threatening lethal, so hopefully this is good. Looks like they might have a group bound. Okay. We do have tunic counter up for Volzar, so that's positive, I think. So I think we're gonna flittering, high voltage, tunic, Volzar, mind warp. Should be game. But again, I made that about as losable as possible. This deck is just very, very unforgiving. Like I think in most of the deck lists I've seen, like people have like 30%, like just normal people playing this deck have about a 30% win rate. Which is crazy. Excuse me. Okay. Prize blocked. We'll do Tunic into Mind Warp. And Volzar Mind Warp. Should get there. Cool. All right, we got it. Let's go on to the next game. All right, looks like we got a Vynnset. Against Vynnset, what do we want to do? I think Crown's pretty good. I don't know if we want... We could try Blossom String into Vynnset. I'm not 100% sure which is better between that and Tunic. They are going first, so we'll get less Tunic counters over the course of the game. Going first for Vynnset's quite bad. I think we do want Scours, though. Maybe replacing, like, Current Funnel is okay. I don't feel incredibly strongly about that. Yeah, let's go ahead and give it a shot. I don't know if we want Scours against Vynnset. It seems like it could be okay. This is... Okay, Machinations and Eloquent Eulogy. So I think we will pay into this to filter. We do want to hold on to the Mind Warp, I think. I don't think we really want to give them a Eulogy for free. Oh, this is a 2-block, so... Hey, Eloquence token is fine to give them. It's a little unfortunate, but might be okay. It's probably not the end of the world. They Nebula Blade, I'll use Mind Warp and like a piece of equipment to block it, just to deny the rune chant. Okay, another Eloquent. I think that's okay. So here's the question now, is do we want to discard to Oscilio to just find a sigil or something kind of more action than high voltage? I think that's probably right. Just get max filtering. Connor Flash, we'll take that as a win. Is the same nuts? It's not like insane nuts, but it's pretty good. So what's the play? We do Gone Flash Blink. Well, the problem is we can't play Gone on a Flash over and over again. I think we're just gonna blink this, play Sigil, Volzar, Mind Warp. Although we can't do that either. Oh wait, no, we can because we have a Sigil. Yeah, so we can let them take 4 here. Blink it. Then we'll do... If we don't replay it, we play Sigil. Volzar is now free. And then we just Mind Warp for 4. Is that right? No, 5. Right, because we played Blink too. Okay, that's pretty good turn 1. Not upset about that. Okay, and looks like they just ate it. They are on AB1 notably, so kind of makes sense. Although they could have popped up and fold. I don't know if that's wrong. This could be a really good hand. So what is the play here? I feel like it's going to involve playing Gone on the Flash a million times. So we do let this pop. Mind Warp is excellent. Um, didn't really get a chance to use our greaves and our bindings yet, but I guess it's fine. Or I guess we're not going to use our bindings this turn, but we can use our greaves. So what is the play? I think we do Gone in a Flash, Sigil. So we need to play out the CLV. So the awkward part about this is that we can't play out the CLV to bounce Gone in a Flash. I think we're just going to start with this. No, the problem. So we need to play out the CLV first, actually, right? Because I think the first time we play it with this on the stack, it will create a bounce trigger. So if we want to start with this, we need to play this first. I think, right? So then we do Gone in a Flash. Oh, this is an action. Hold on. Shit. Hold on. We need a Blossom of Spring first. I thought this was an instant. I've also like never played with this card. All right, so now we go on a Flash. Then we pass reacts. CLV trigger, we let that resolve. Comet Storm Shock is fine. Not ideal, but it's fine. Then we Lightning Greaves. Then we do Sigil of Lightning, I think is fine. Turn Gone in a Flash. It's a good thing to know that that's an action. The card is not Tunic. Tunic is insane, I guess. We'll then do Gone in a Flash again. Or do we want to Blast? I think Blast is actually better. Because we can make an embodiment. And then we can do Gone in a Flash, Arsenal this, potentially. Oh, also when I don't know if it mattered. Well, I'm wondering if it's better to play Sigil Lightning versus this one there. I'm not sure which is right. They're both kind of the same against Vynnset here. We could also destroy their this. Is that better? No, I don't think that's better. That might be better. Oh, why is this deck so hard? I think we destroy our own thing. So we can just Mind Warp them again. Seems more correct. We pass. Then we net an action point here. I think we should have also like discarded this Comet Storm at some point. Maybe we do that now. I probably should have discarded this earlier, just to see what we will get. Okay, Somersault, I think is still good. So we do Gone in a Flash now. That's an insane turn. You just keep bouncing the stupid thing. So we let this hit. Then we Sigil. Return it. Then we play it one more time and then Mind Warp for however many. It's an insane Mind Warp. Yep. I think we could even replay it one more time because we still have an action point, right? This card's messed up. Turn it. It's just the spell that keeps on going back to hand. It's kind of fun. Alright, Gone in a Flash, final one. And then Mind Warp for how much? Just 10. It's a casual 10. Oh, this deck's so much fun. This is like I know this deck kind of like sucks, and there's like a lot of like inconsistency and whatever, but like, god damn, it's so much fun when it's cooking. All right, Deathly Delight. I don't think we care. Oh, we got a free. Well, I guess it's not free, but uh, get two embodiments, which is a little bit unfortunate, but I think it's just fine here. We could pitch this dig for a spell, but I think it's fine to just set up Volzar. Or maybe set it up in Arsenal. Yeah, I think it's okay. So that pops. We don't want to pop our bindings yet, I don't think. And then what do? We can start with Gone Flash since it doesn't naturally have Go again, and then we can bounce it. Okay, looks like they're off of it. That makes sense. This deck is wild sometimes. Holy shit. All right, what's the recording? We're at 30 minutes. Okay, that's probably a good wrapping up point. I'm going to be playing a lot more of this deck. I just really like to play Pirates. This is probably one of the more fun decks they've ever printed or ever just like developed. Like Oscilio himself is kind of like mid, like the hero ability, like it feels like it's not like a hero that almost synergizes with himself, but just like the hero is basically Volzar, which is very fun. It's like Storm. Yeah, but this deck's very fun. Gonna be playing a lot more of it, but we're still gonna do some Zen. I think I'm gonna do a little bit of Zen tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that, and I'll see you all next time. So thank you all for watching.